Hello and welcome to Costa del Sol Chatter News. Lots going on the coast as usual. I'm sorry to report that the weather is going to be rainy on Friday and Saturday, but after that it's going to be up to 17 degrees and sunny. Now, I've posted up Casa Costa Property of the Week, which is a penthouse in La Cala with a transferable tourist license. Now, I want to make a comment on that because we deal with a global advisory here, a global advisory in property. And they have definitely come back to us and said that the war in the Middle East has sparked an incredible amount of investors looking to Europe and specifically Spain because of the amount of sunshine days that we have here to invest. And I've definitely seen an uptick in foreigners looking for investment properties here. Anyway, in good news, do you like to say the word good news? The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, visited Madrid on Wednesday. She met with 120 of Spain's business and investors and the Minister of Economy. This is good news because the UK and Spain are moving towards a visa waiver agreement purely for business professionals. Now, I watched a really interesting podcast called Leading that is run with Rory Stewart and Alistair Campbell, and they interviewed our Prime Minister, Pedro Sanchez, and among other things, this needed to be noted. He said that he would like to see the UK back on board with the EU, or certainly a good relationship. Now, I don't foresee that we'll go back into the EU. I think probably Starmer wants to get on with other things. But what it does do is that it bodes really well for the UK-Spanish relationship, with Rachel Reeves coming here, with Pedro Sanchez, giving an interview to British podcasters. So I think we're going to see a lot more UK-Spanish business and UK-Spanish agreements, which is always great and always good for both economies. Now, Sarah in English reported, and I can believe this, that for primary care appointments in the Costa del Sol, that you have to wait 10.95 days. I mean, that's really high. Now, that data was collected by former health professionals, submitted by them. One's, obviously saying this is pretty outrageous. Now, the Junta de Andalusia disagree. So I think there's going to be an ongoing row, but I do think that they are, pushing them to reduce these waiting times. Also, on page 3 of Euro Weekly, this made me laugh, but it's actually not funny. The Hacienda are reminding newlyweds that cash and presents qualify as taxable donations. I mean, really? I mean, if your brother or your uncle or your whoever decides to give you a couple of grand, you're definitely going to go marching to the Hacienda. But anyway, you can look at this bridal bill in more detail in Euro Weekly. Anyway, I was very pleased to see that the Irish Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, grew a pair of balls on St. Patrick's Day and actually stood up to Trump, saying that Keir Starmer had actually, really enhanced the UK-Irish relationship, and he also gave Starmer many compliments, so that was good to see. Always nice to see being half and half and a plastic paddy. Always nice to see UK-Irish relations going well. Anyway, for Chatter Cretin and Chatter Chuckle, we've got a double entwined one, right? So, Trump has said, and I quote, that he spoke to an ex-president who praised his Iran war, and he said it like 3 times. Okay, so I sort of went through all the presidents. So obviously Bush, Clinton, Obama, Biden. Now, all their offices, each one of their offices and aides have denied it. So all I could think, just a chuckle, is he may have been talking to himself. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend on the Costa del Sol, and it's goodbye from me.